Hello everybody. Today I will begin by telling you a small story. The story of a balloon seller. He sold balloons of different colors in a fair. Balloons of white, yellow, green, different colors. And whenever the business was slow, he just released one helium filled balloon, and as the children watched the balloon go up, they asked their parents to buy one. This way, his business grown. Every time the business is slow during the day, he just released one balloon. This was his business strategy. But someday, a boy came and started tugging his jacket and said, "Uncle, does this black one will also go up when you release?" Amazed by the child's concern, the seller told that it is not the color of the balloon, it is the gas inside which takes it up. In our lives also, our attitudes are the thing which take us up. A study conducted by Harvard University had results which are really very shocking. Around 85% of things that we learn do not affect our selection in a job interview. Whatever we learn, they only account for 15%. 85% of the selection is based on our attitude. So it is really important to develop a right kind of attitude. Now here we are learning vocabulary. Learning vocabulary is really very important. It just brings your inner self known to the external world because it gives you a way of expression which is very much desirable. So whatever work we are doing here is just to turn you into an orator. I can say it like this, that every soul will turn into an orator. This is the compelling reason which brings you back to this place to view these videos. So with this discussion, I will begin the first word for today. The first word for today is disabuse. Disabuse. Disabuse means correct a false impression. Undeceive. Example: I will attempt to disabuse you of your impression of my client's guilt. I know he is innocent. He quickly disabused the notion that the world was flat when he returned with evidence that it was indeed round. Next word is disaffected. Disaffected. Disaffected means disloyal. Example: once the most loyal of Gothic's supporters, Susan found herself becoming increasingly disaffected. The girl's cold attitude disaffected all of her suitors. Next word is disapprobation. Disapprobation. Disapprobation means disapproval, condemnation. Example: the conservative father viewed his daughter's radical boyfriend with disapprobation. Another example: her angry frown showed her disapprobation, and Fraser's slow brain began to realize she disapproved of his behavior. Next word is disarray. Disarray. Disarray means a disorderly or untidy state. Actually, array means to drop in order. Disarray is just opposite of array. Example, after the New Year's party, the once orderly house was in total disarray. The family came home from vacation to find their home in disarray and all their valuables missing. The styles and colors he wears are always in complete disarray, as if he gets dressed in the dark each morning. Another example, suddenly there was the unmistakable sound of a gun firing and the crowd began to scream and scatter in disarray. Next word is disavowal. Disavowal. Disavowal means denial, disclaiming. Example, his disavowal of his part in the conspiracy was not believed by the jury. Next word is disband. Disband. Disband means dissolve, disperse. Example, the chess club disbanded after its disaster initial series. Tyrant rulers often try to disband democratic system. Next word is next another example, the committee received a vote of no confidence and was forced to disband. Next word is disburse. 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 It means payout. Example, when you disburse money to the company's when you disburse money on the company's behalf, be sure to get a receipt. Otherwise you will be in trouble. Next word is discernible. Discernable. Discernible means distinguishable, perceivable. Example, the ships in the harbor were not discernible in the fog. Another example, my mom is discernible. It took a while for more than the outline of the building to become discernible through the fog. The snores were barely discernible to the woman when she had earplugs in. Next word is discerning. Discerning. Discerning means mentally quick and observant, having insight. Example, because he was considered the most discerning member of the firm, he was assigned the most difficult cases. Another example, I discerned the math problem. Next word is disclaim. Disclaim. Disclaim means disown, renounce claim to. Example, the driver disclaimed responsibility for the collision, claiming she was cut off by the other car. Next example, one daughter disclaimed her interest in her mother's estate. Next word is disclose. Disclose. Disclose means reveal. Example, although the competitors offered him bribes, he refused to disclose any information about his company's forthcoming product. Another example, the bank were not willing to disclose the account information to me over the phone. Next word is discombobulated. Discombobulated. Discombobulated means confused, discomposed. Example: the novice square dancer became so discombobulated that he wandered into wrong set. Another example: I am hesitant to forward it to Mark's attention as I am sure it would cause discombobulate sorry I am hesitant to forward it to Mark's attention as I am sure it would discombobulate him since he is easily confused. Next word is discomfit. Discomfit. Discomfit means put to rout. It means defeat and cause to retreat in disorder. Discomfit also means defeat, disconcert. Example: the young man was discomfited being the only male in the play. Next word is disconcert. Disconcert. Disconcert means confuse, upset, embarrass. Example: the lawyer was disconcerted by the evidence produced by her adversary. Another example: she seemed rather disconcerted when her friends wouldn't speak to her. Another word: disconsolate. Disconsolate means sad. The death of his wife left him disconsolate. The disconsolate boy could not be cheered up because his test scores were so low. Next word is discordant. Discordant. Discordant means inharmonious, conflicting. Example: she tried to unite the discordant factions of the society. That discordant heavy metal music left me deaf. The two political science graduate students had discordant opinions regarding the healthcare system in the US. Next word is discount. Discount. Discount means disregard, pay no attention to or ignore. Example: be prepared to discount what he has to say about his ex-wife. Another example: the sale offered a 20% discount. Next word is discourse. Discourse. Discourse means formal discussion, conversation. Example: the young Plato was drawn to the agora to hear the philosophical discourse of Socrates and his followers. Actually, this reference is from some ancient text. Another example: the political leaders hoped for meaningful discourse on the economy. The recent national meeting of BJP marked the discourse on national leader for BJP. Next word is discredit. Discredit. Discredit means defame, destroy confidence in, disbelief. Example: the campaign was highly negative in tone. Each candidate tried to discredit the other. Another example: when they discover his reports are unfinished, they will discredit his eligibility for the position. Next word is discrepancy. Discrepancy. Discrepancy means lack of consistency, difference. Example: the police noticed some discrepancy in his description of the crime and did not believe him. I don't understand the discrepancy between my checkbook record and the amount of money that's actually in my account. Next word is discrete. D-I-S-C-R-E-T-E. Discrete means separate, unconnected. Example: the universe is composed of discrete bodies. They have split the course into discrete areas. Next word is discretion. D-I-S-C-R-E-T-I-O-N. Discretion means prudence, cautiousness, ability to adjust actions according to the circumstances also means discretion. Example: use your discretion in this matter and do not discuss it with anyone. It is entirely within my discretion whether I go or stay. The manager had complete discretion concerning the company's investment. Next word is discrimination. D-I-S-C-R-I-M-I-N-A-T-I-O-N. Discrimination means ability to see differences, prejudices. Example: they feared he lacked sufficient discrimination to judge complex works of modern art. The woman sued the company for racial discrimination. Next word is discursive. D-I-S-C-U-R-S-I-V-E. You must be knowing cursive. We have studied it in earlier discussion. Cursive means flowing. Discursive means digressing. Leave the main subject temporary in speech or writing is also called discursive. It also means rambling. Example: they were annoyed and bored by her discursive remarks. Next example: the political candidate was discursive when asked what his position was on poverty. Next word is disdain. D-I-S-D-A-I-N. Disdain means treat with scorn or contempt. Example: you make enemies of all you disdain. Mary felt disdain when her son-in-law asked her for money in order to provide for his wife. Next word is disembark. D-I-S-E-M-B-A-R-K. Disembark means go ashore. Go ashore is actually related with sea travel. When we move to land from the direction of sea, it is called go ashore. Disembark also means unload cargo from a ship. Example: before the passengers could disembark, they had to pick up their passport from the ship's purser. Another example: the passengers were asked to disembark at the next port. Next word is disenfranchise. D-I-S-E-N-F-R-A-N-C-H-I-S-E. Disenfranchise means deprive of a civil right. Now, what is a civil right? Rights like right to vote is a kind of civil right. Freedom of speech is a civil right. So disenfranchise means deprive of a civil right. Example: as a result of racist laws, millions of African Americans were disenfranchised in the American South before the civil rights movements of the 1960s. Stockholders of the company claimed that they had been disenfranchised by the actions of the board of directors. Next word is disengage, D-I-S-E-N-G-A-G-E. Disengage means uncouple, separate, disconnect. Example, a standard movie routine involves the hero's desperate attempt to disengage a railroad car from a moving train. Another example, it is very difficult to disengage this seat belt. I would better get it repaired or replaced. Next word is disfigure. D-I-S-F-I-G-U-R-E. Disfigure means mar the appearance of, spoil. Example, the ugly frown disfigured his normally pleasant face. Another example, they looked at the disfigured remains of something. Next word is disgorge. D-I-S-G-O-R-G-E. Disgorge means surrender something, eject or vomit. Unwilling to disgorge the cash he had stolen from the pension fund, the embezzler tried to run away. The bus carrying the Olympic revelers was so packed that most passengers took a breath when it disgorged some of the passengers at one of the hotels. Next word is disgruntle. D-I-S-G-R-U-N-T-L-E. Disgruntle means make discontented. Example, the passengers were disgruntled by the numerous delays. Another example, when the supervisor shortened everyone's break by 10 minutes, he had a bunch of every disgruntled employees. Next word is disheartened. D-I-S-H-E-A-R-T-E-N. Dishearten. Dishearten means discourage. Example, his failure to pass the bar exam disheartened him. Don't let his harsh attitude dishearten you. Failures try to dishearten our soul. Next word is disheveled. D-I-S-H-E-V-E-L-E-D. Disheveled means untidy. Example, your disheveled appearance will hurt your chances in this interview. When I got out of bed this morning, my hair and clothes were disheveled. Next word is disinclination. Disinclination means unwillingness. Example, some mornings I feel great disinclination to get out of bed. This actually occurs in winter mornings. Another example, after finishing my exams, I feel a great disinclination to do my homework. Next word is disingenuous. D-I-S-I-N-G-E-N-O-U-S. Disingenuous means not knave. Now what does this means? Not knave. Knave is a person or action which shows a lack of experience, wisdom or judgment. A new beginner is also called knave person. Disingenuous means sophisticated. Example, although he was young, his remarks indicated that he was disingenuous. Another example, he made several disingenuous promises during the campaign, knowing well that he could never fulfill them. Another example, she offered a very disingenuous excuse for missing the holiday party. Okay, so this was the last word for today. Thank you.